Tanzanian national side at any level has ever reached an AFCON final. They'll want to keep the door shut at the other end. Good readjustment for Aji Abdallah. Sure, there's nothing catching him out at his near post. Certainly the best goalkeeper at the has brought that into this tournament as Tanzania now have their first chance to try and threaten. Strong defending from Lamin Mbenge. Then given away cheaply. Passment and movement. So good from Tanzania. In on goal. Just a warning sign for Lamin Sani's side. Well, he got his strike away. Saddam Amis couldn't hit the target. They'll forget about it. A little nutmeg worked out. Wonderful ball spread wide. Bit of a heavy touch. Readjust. So there is Seydina Aidara. Aji Abdallah. Majority of the team built up of development squad. Tanzania. Plenty of scouts are keeping eyes on their players, and no wonder as they try and pick their way through. And they do it with quality and an end product. Are Tanzania on their way to making history? Oh, gets them off to a flyer. The young Lions of Teranga, as they have the rest of the tournament. Superbly played into feet. But what great composure. Lukman Imbala Sari just cushioned the ball. Miambo try and settle in as Tiano So. Brilliant ball into midfield. It's a lovely 1-2. Maybe not the best end product. Suleiman major to worry about. Tanzania just look like they cannot be phased. Winning the ball and so quickly getting to the edge of Senegal's box. Here's the goal scorer. And now a one flashed wide. They caught hold of it. Idrissa Kilendembo. Nowhere near the target. Current stage in Gabon. Then 6 straight defeats between 2019 and last year's editions. Senegal won't be giving up for the recent years. Now a chance for Tanzania to make Senegal sweat some more. Comfortable on the ball. And then swung into the box. Comes back to Kalendemo. That one's loose on the spin. Malasalu. They look to find their route back into this match. Positive. They haven't really started. They do only trail by the solitary goal. Tanzania now are the ones wanting a free kick, but it's swung in, looped in. The header almost catching Abdallah out. The Tanzanian goal readjusting brilliantly to keep the score blank. Tanzania felt this was a foul. This is where the danger lay. Fabulous header, just trying to loop it in. Strong hand from Aji Abdallah. Trying to utilise. Swung into the middle. Ball still alive, but it's a swing and a slice. Tanzania putting bodies on the line, but when the ball finally falls, Mboji with the final effort, well under the ball, high over the bar. The goal scorer, I think he'll be too unhappy with this, given that Sega Mboji, driving run from left back in Binge, but now he, like Kilendemo before, has left a gap, but Tanzania are getting in behind. The striking goal, vital block. Tanzania a second. Mbalasalu, but Lukman denied. Lovely ball. It's again Atanasi pulling the strings. Yambo, Atanasi, as well as Mbegu. Set pieces could be vital. An area people neglect, showing that they've focused on that aspect. Create with that left boot. Numbers up. But the looping ball, well, it wasn't a good... Maybe might have left that. Wasn't really meant for him. Boji cuts inside. Puts it forward, but Nigeria out of World Cup qualifying. Eventually qualified through down in Colombia. Senegal themselves have a very interesting date with France on 16th of June. Anyone remembering 2002 certainly see that as a couple of bounces, but then a nice touch from Sao Laji. And now looking to get it behind. Just wanted to coming towards him. Too much on it. Mohamed Wanya certainly getting a chance to stretch his legs. Was man of the match in the semi. Pondering. Added on at the end of the first half. Long deep cross. The flick on. Couldn't get enough. And on running, Amis Miambo took over and tucked it away comfortably. Senegal have struggled to create chances. They'll just be happy they're only trailing by one. At the halftime whistle, Tanzania 1, Senegal 0 here. Deserved it. 3-3 stunner. Penalties winning the way as it did in the semi-finals, and they have been training spot kicks every day after the group stage. They'll hope they won't have to go back to 12 yards. Sedina Issa Aidara for Senegal, looking for much better from his side. Who recovered from losing their opening game. They get the first meaningful shot of the second half. Haji Abdallah, though, comfortably behind it. No danger. Side pick up the loose ball. Bengue, lovely play, and there's now a little bit of space that's opened up. Alaji Sao works it on, clipped it behind. That is a wonderful ball. If the touch had been better, they might have been in. They may still have an opportunity. It could have been oh so much more, though, for Segafol Mboji. Still plenty of time, but they don't want to be trailing any longer than they have to. Their fans certainly like that as it's spread out to Mbengue. Oh, superb skill and step overs and keeps his run going. It misses him out, but Senegal still keep coming. Twisting and turning. Mboji now gets support from his fullback. Zeno Sao, header down, just wide of the target, but fullbacks combining. Tough one. Bengue to try and hit the target under pressure. Lie off and a lovely little touch. Returns to sender. Flips it to where no one is. Try down the left side. Looking to Fori down the other. That's given away though, and now Tanzania can flood forward. The Serengeti boys are dreaming of doubling up. The pass was smart. Didn't quite run through, but a pick up here has them in on goal. Just a little too wide though. On his weaker side, but what a run from Kelendebo. From left back to the right forward position. Look how he just skipped his way through. Tanasi playing blocker. Once again, a bit of a wrestling match going on. It's been a good demo. He has to be a bit more careful. Another set piece. Can they do better from this? Near post flick on. Great save, but it's fallen perfectly. And Senegal. Saidina Issa Aitara, the coach, said they could be pivotal, and so it's proven. Haji Abdallah looks, and he was left completely exposed. And in the right place at the right time, it's the substitute Ibrahima Dione. He's been on the pitch for a matter of minutes, and he's already plundered not just his second goal of the tournament, but a vital leveller. A great flick on, a decent save, but a goal refused before it went to penalty kicks. They won him. Now Senegal have the bit between their teeth. Mboj thinks about the shot, but he should have been passing it. Bengue just dummies the long throw and goes short. Boji popped up. Ball swung in. Wanted the return. He popped up on this left flank. Lionceau looking to Emile Sadio's delivery. Oh, it's a bit of a flap. Abdallah against Williams. Yeah, Mamelodi Sundowns in South African goalkeeper. Chole picks up the ball but loses it, and Senegal can break. It's 2-on-2. Mboji wants to take the shot on, but I've seen that. Two teams without pedigree in this tournament. Tanzania certainly. In fact, this is something we haven't seen in the whole match. No wonder the coach is going to at least have a little gamble on it. FVS video support allowing each coach, if they're successful, they would keep their challenge. If not, they'd lose it. But given we're into 5 minutes of stoppage time, penalty kicks after the full-time whistle, if there isn't a further score, this seems like a gamble worth taking. So onside, looked like any handball. Seems very unlikely. The block, given the position of the defender at the start, had him in a good position, but it's the referee's decision. Tiano Sau will certainly be sweating. So no penalty. A little less cumin. Very nice, but not exactly spicy. There could be a spicy finish here. Changes direction. Loops it in. And absolutely... One big blow, but it does seem like it's the full-time whistle going down, but that was the final act of an arm wrestle of a final here in Morocco 2026. The Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations will be decided by penalty kicks. Ibrahim Dion stepped off the bench to cancel out the opener from Miambo, and it is 3 in a row in the knockout phases for both these nations. Will Senegal claim a second crown in 3 editions, or will Tanzania? For Tanzania, 4 from 4 against Algeria sent them through when Valmy missed. Despite missing their first against Egypt, they turned it around by scoring their last 4. So they've been, before this 2026 edition, they lost 6 in a row in their previous 2 appearances. And yet here they are against the 2023 champions, who themselves, before that triumph, they had only qualified twice and gone out in the group stage. Now looking for a second crown in 3 editions. Making it clear what he's expecting. Well, they want to have a blast, but really the pressure is far too great to enjoy it unless you go on to be celebrating. So up first, that's the main man, Suleiman Faye. Can he get Senegal off to a flyer? Keeper gets a touch, but not enough to deny Senegal's number 10. Coolly struck. Frustration for Abdallah, relief for Faye. Well, they've certainly experienced this more than most. Quarterfinals and semi-finals, penalty kicks were needed. It's that time again. Well, he was a hero. He's trying to do so again. Assad Sarr stepping up to the plate. Elik Yusuf. Oh, a strong hand. You could hear it. Picked up by the microphones. But again, the ball's ultimately ended up in the back of the net, to the relief of the goal scorer. Pure tension. Well, Yusuf, that's 2 spot kicks he's now successfully made out of the 3. Now it's Emile Sadio for Senegal's second spot kick. Can he keep the Senegal train trucking? Yes, he can. Beautiful spot kick, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Never in doubt. 3 from 3 now from quarterfinals to this final. He was wanting a penalty late on. He was a bit light of a feather in the challenge. But he has got a spot kick opportunity now. Well, he got their first goal of the tournament. But this one, with so much more pressure, but he strikes it with aplomb. Imbe Gelendi. Means we're all square and two apiece. Well, that makes up for missing the first penalty in the semi-final against Egypt. He was the first taker successfully, though, against Algeria. Elected to get Youssef to get them up and running. A little less pressure helping out. But here is the goal scorer that ultimately took us to penalties. Dion scored 2 minutes after coming on as a substitute. Long run up, long night if it continues like this. Plays the conductor to the crowd. Really a wonderful spot kick. Goalkeeper picked the right way. It didn't matter. First time he's been involved in the spot kicks. Showed nerves of steel. Well, he was probably one of those who would be pushing to be a man of the match. Kilendemo did net his spot kick in the semi-final success. Can he rely on that experience against Sarr? Oh, he's got it all wrong. He got so much right, but not that time. Senegal's captain calls for Cam, but it is advantage Senegal. Well, it's only the second penalty Tanzania have missed at this under-17 AFCON, because they didn't need a fifth penalty against Algeria, and they made up for missing their first against Egypt to go through 4-3. Senegal themselves did fourth spot kick against Mali when they were the cusp of going through. 3 misses against Morocco, but no error here. So calm, so cool. Cher Thior may have opened the door for a second under-17 AFCON crown. And that does mean that this one is pivotal. Tanzania must score, or they will hand the title to Senegal. Emile Sadio with the pressure. And it's been saved! The dream of a first East African champion is over, because Senegal have won it out between the penalty shootout masters. Both needed them through the quarterfinals and semi-finals, but it is Senegal who have edged Tanzania 4-2, and they are once again under-17 African champions. Heartbreak for a brave and talented Tanzania side. Senegal took time to get up and running, but now they're running around Samurai Stadium in ecstasy. 2023 was a watershed moment for Senegalese football. And now the captain, Asad Sar, will lift the 2026 Under-17 AFCON crown after a brilliant save, denying Sadio Hussein Mbegu denied. And Senegal, now two-time AFCON champions. No wonder they celebrate. It was a hard-fought final. They had the multiple chances, but not always of great quality.